Episode 2: The Aftermath of Constantinople. Mehmed II's rise and early expansion. The year is 1453. The once great city of Constantinople has fallen. Mehmed II, the Ottoman Sultan, now faces the monumental task of consolidating power and expanding his empire. After decades of sieges, Constantinople's defenses finally crumbled before Mehmed II's relentless assault. On May 29, 1453, the city, the crown jewel of the Byzantine Empire, fell. But while this victory marked the end of an era, it also signaled the beginning of a new chapter for the Ottomans. Mehmed was now the undisputed ruler of a vast empire, yet his real challenge had just begun. Mehmed faced immediate challenges. While the fall of Constantinople gave him control over the city, it didn't automatically secure his rule over the entire region. The Ottoman Empire, still relatively young, had numerous enemies to the north and south. To strengthen his hold, Mehmed worked to centralize power. One of his first actions was to stabilize the administration of Constantinople itself. He began rebuilding the city with an emphasis on repopulating it. He invited people from various ethnicities, including Greeks, Armenians, and Jews, to settle in the city, ensuring that the population would grow and the economy would thrive. The Hagia Sophia, which had been the heart of Byzantine Christianity, was transformed into a mosque, symbolizing Mehmed's new reign and the rise of Islam in the region. While city building was crucial, Mehmed knew the strength of his empire lay in its military. He reformed the Ottoman army, building it into one of the most formidable forces in the world. The Janissaries, an elite corps of infantry, became the backbone of the military, their loyalty to Mehmed ensuring a strong central command. He also understood that the empire's security depended on eliminating internal threats. Mehmed was not shy about dealing with potential rivals. In one notorious incident, he had his own brother, the last of his siblings who posed a threat to the throne, executed, consolidating his rule. Once Constantinople was secured, Mehmed turned his attention to expanding the empire. His campaigns in the Balkans were swift and brutal. The Serbs, the Bosnians, and the Hungarians all felt the weight of Ottoman expansion. In 1459, Mehmed conquered Serbia, securing the southern flank of his empire. By 1463, Bosnia fell to Ottoman forces, further solidifying Ottoman dominance in southeastern Europe. Mehmed didn't limit his efforts to the Balkans. He turned his gaze southward to the Mamluks, who controlled Egypt and Syria. The Ottomans would soon engage in a series of battles for control of these vital territories, and Mehmed knew that a strong, centralized empire would give him the power to take on such rivals. Though he was a military leader first and foremost, Mehmed also understood the value of diplomacy and trade. By controlling Constantinople, he gained access to key trade routes between Europe and Asia. This position allowed the Ottomans to profit from trade in spices, silks, and other luxury goods. At the same time, Mehmed sought to build diplomatic relationships with European powers, particularly the papacy, though these relations were often complex due to religious tensions between the Islamic Ottomans and Christian Europe. The Ottoman Empire became a significant player on the world stage, not just militarily, but also economically. Constantinople, renamed Istanbul, became a vibrant center of culture, learning, and commerce, drawing merchants, scholars, and artists from around the world. By the end of the 1460s, Mehmed II had transformed the Ottoman Empire from a relatively small Anatolian state into a burgeoning global power. His reforms in the military, administration, and economy laid the groundwork for the empire's future success. But Mehmed's ambitions did not end with his conquest in Europe. He had his eyes set on further expansion toward Persia, North Africa, and eventually the heart of Europe. Mehmed II's reign marked a critical turning point in history. The fall of Constantinople may have been the event that defined his early years, but it was his vision and ambition that truly shaped the future of the Ottoman Empire. By the time of his death in 1481, Mehmed had established an empire that would last for centuries, one of the most powerful in the world. His legacy would be remembered not only for his military conquests, but also for his contributions to the art, culture, and economy of the empire.